Hi everyone. Happy April Fool's Day. So we are going to do our energy read for the first week of April 2019. But before we do, let's talk about some things that are going to impact all of our energies this week. So we've got a new moon coming up on Friday, the 5th. So this new moon is in Aries. We are currently in the astrological sign of Aries, if you didn't know that. And Aries energy, Aries is a fire sign. And Aries specifically is known for their warrior-like tendencies. So if you find that this week you feel divinely inspired to take action on something, it could be because of this Aries new moon that's going to be upon us. Now, the thing to consider is that Aries, being a fire sign, is sometimes, well, let's just say it. Sometimes they're a little hot-headed. So you want to be cautious of not basically going off, half-cocked. If this is a decision that you're making to take action, you want to make sure that it's inspired, well-thought-out action, not, crazy, spur-of-the-moment, not thought out well action. So I'll post something on the Facebook page about the energy of this Aries full moon and how it can impact basically, any sort of relationships that you have. Now, as far as something that's a little more personalized, we're going to choose 3 cards. Now, this is still general energy. However, you want to try to use your intuition to select the card that most resonates with you for your energy message for this week. So, if you are tuned into card number 1, if you are tuned into card number 2, or if you are tuned into card number 3. And remember, please don't overthink this. Really start working on your intuition. I was just listening to a podcast today that was talking about how intuition shouldn't really be called our 6th sense. It should really be called our first sense. We should really learn to trust and to tune into our intuition to help us guide, or to use it to help guide us on our path, I guess is a clearer way of saying it. Okay, so card number 1. We've got the 2 of Wands. So the 2 of Wands is basically about duality and about decision making. So if you chose this card, it is very likely that you are going to have to make a decision this week. You are going to have to decide whether you want to stay or whether you want to go. So if this is in relation to your career, you could be thinking about changing jobs. You could have a decision of whether you want to stay where you are or whether you want to go somewhere else. Similarly, if you are asking this in regards to relationships, this could be, do you want to stay in your current relationship or do you want to move on? There's definitely some sort of decision that you are making if you chose to align your energy read this week with this first card. The second card here is, we've got the 6 of Swords. So the Six of Swords is a positive card. But what this card basically is saying is that you've kind of been in some rough waters lately. So if you chose this card, it may be that you sort of feel like life has been, you know, tossing you around a bit lately. I know that last week we talked about the Mercury retrograde finishing up. Sometimes that makes communication a little bit awry, or it could just be any sort of situation that you've been involved in that's been sort of tumultuous. But if you look at the card, the person is moving into calmer waters, okay? So this is basically saying that if you've had a rough go of it recently, that now you're beginning to transition to calmer waters, that things are going to get better for you. This is a positive card. The last card here is the Two of Cups. It is a great card for any sort of partnership or union. So if you chose this card here, this is saying that you are going to basically embark on some sort of balanced partnership this week. So this is traditionally associated with love, but it does not have to be. So in this card, you've got one person offering the other person their cup. The cups are symmetrical, same size, same shape. That means a wonderful balance here. So some sort of union that is balanced. So this could be a romantic relationship. This could be another friendship sort of partnership. Or this could be a business partnership. Regardless of the partnership, this is positive. This is one of the most positive love cards that you can get. So if you were asking, and you were thinking as I was shuffling, and you're using your intuition, and you're tuning in, and your question was pertaining to a romantic union, this is one of the most positive cards that you can get. So congrats to you. So thank you so much for tuning in. If anything resonated with you, I would love to know in the comments. If you want a little more detail in regards to your own personal situation, you can always order a reading from me on my Etsy listings. I have them listed on my Facebook page and on the YouTube channel. Other than that, I hope you all have a great week, and I will be back with another energy read next week. Have a great week.